My name is Ashley Winston and I run the UK car finding service Palmdale Motors. Our specialty is in helping people who have either just arrived in the UK or who are about to move to the UK to find a car. And this short video is to explain the different ways of financing or paying for a car and to give you the pros and cons of each of those. Leasing is where you effectively rent a car for a period between 2 and 4 years. It's very popular in certain parts of the world, but in the UK it works slightly differently. The pros are you have a fixed payment to make every month, that can sometimes include maintenance, and of course you get a brand new car. The biggest downside of leasing is that without a UK credit history, it actually works out as being very expensive. Plus you're limited to the selection of cars available to you. And because it's a fixed term contract, should you leave the country early for any reason, you will have to pay out the remaining payments owed on the car. Likewise, should you stay a little longer, it's very difficult to extend the contract. And you're going to be expected to return the car in 100% immaculate condition, or you're going to be charged for any repairs that are needed. And you have to be careful not to exceed the mileage you stated. A finance loan is the second way of paying for a car, and actually it's our most popular. Effectively, you own the car, but you spread the payments over a length of time that suits you. The key advantage is that actually you don't have to go for a new car if you don't want to, and you can go for a used car, which thanks to depreciation is a much smaller asset, which means the car is cheaper overall. Plus, because of the way the finance agreements are set up, it's actually possible for you to exit the agreement early if you need to. You contact the finance company and you settle the debt that's owed, which is extremely useful if your stay gets cut short for any reason. And because you own the car, should you damage it or cover excessive mileage, it's much less of a problem. And sometimes it's even possible to set up the finance with a balloon payment on the end, which gives a structure similar to leasing, except one that's a lot more flexible and overall much cheaper. One drawback with using a loan to finance a car is that being approved for credit without having at least a couple of years of UK credit history is sometimes difficult, and it quite often takes a specialist such as ourselves to make that happen. There's also the problem of what do you do with a car when you're ready to leave, because in this instance you own the car. Well, if you are Palmdale clients, you'd have the 10-year buyback guarantee, whereby we'd be very happy to pick up the car before you leave, settle any remaining finance, and then forward the balance on to you. Paying for a car outright in cash is the third way of buying a car. The key advantages are that there isn't any credit application to worry about, and you won't be paying a finance company any interest, which works out a fair amount of money if you lack a UK credit history. The only disadvantage with buying a car for cash is you need the money to actually pay for the car up front. And with all the expenses of moving country, that can sometimes be a bit of a challenge. I hope you found this video useful. The final thing to tell you is that at Palmdale we have a very strong philosophy of free advice. So if myself or anyone else in our team can answer any questions or be of any help or support to you, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you again.